Thanks for tuning in to PR's Realm. Today, I'm going to do a quick unboxing of the Air Jordans Legacy 312. Then, I'm going to show you a quick customizing. The ones I bought were the black ones with the white stripe. The price online varies. It ranges anywhere from $100 to $250. I will give you the big price reveal at the end and tell you where I got it and how I got it for the price I got it. These are authentic. They're not imitation. They're not fake Jordans. And if you're a sneaker collector, my only suggestion is that you're very careful and use the correct product. Now, I'm filming the video and doing all the customizing myself, so unfortunately I can't show you every step. But I will tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to clean it down with an extreme tire shine. Works excellent on shoes, sneakers, boots. Then I'm going to take my dye. Now I'm not going to go crazy. I just wanted it to be more black. So this little part right here, I'm going to dye black. The product I'll be using is a dye, all-purpose dye. Color's Black Avalanche, and it's by the Rick Company. I bought this in Michael's. You could buy it in any craft store, and it doesn't have to be this brand. I don't work for, nor do I endorse this brand. I just found this brand to be very good. If you've seen my previous videos, you'll see that I did this with other sneakers. This one got a little scuffed. That was from running around playing basketball with my nephew. So it can get scuffed, but you can redo it and it'll go right back on and it'll cover it up just like new. I also did these sneakers even longer than that. Again, you know, I do play sometimes. I have nieces, nephews, and a daughter. But for the most part, it's in excellent condition. And again, I'll be touching those up. I even worked on this belt with the dye. This belt was a light gray. I haven't even touched this up. This has been like this for years. So you can see the quality and the greatness of the belt. And, of course, what the dye can do. So let me get to it. I'm going to use precautions, put some tape around the edges so I don't damage any of the sneaker. And I'll show you what it looks like when I'm all done. As you see, I taped around it. Make sure you also work on a surface that you don't mind getting a little dye on. It's like paint, like a permanent paint. It's not going to come right off. As you see, this is a black surface anyway. It's old, it has some damage. And to protect the sneaker, although this part is black, there are a little parts that are different. So I sectioned it off with tape, and I will begin the process of painting it. As you see, I removed the laces just in case. Yes, the laces are black, and yes, I could buy new laces, but it keeps it from getting in the way, and it keeps me from dyeing anything that I do not plan on dyeing. Make sure you use a clean brush. Get various size brushes. Preferably brand new brushes are the best. There won't be anything to accidentally mess you up. Any rips, tears, bristles missing. All these are brand new brushes of various sizes. No, I'm not going to use every single brush, but I'm simply showing you that I have quite a wide variety to choose from, even some that are much larger, as I showed you before I opened this. So I'm going to let that dry a little more. Then I'm going to do another coat. Eventually, I'm just going to show you the final product. I just wanted to show you a work in progress so that you could get an idea. And yes, just for a little spot, it does take quite some time. Not necessarily to just paint it, but you know, the waiting time you have to account for as well. In the meantime, I'm going to prepare my insoles. I like to put these in all my sneakers and shoes and boots. It's just basically a odor stopper, and it's also a little padding. Feels very comfortable, and believe it or not, this little tiny layer of padding makes a big difference in softness. I buy it for $1, and sometimes, yes, they do get worn out, and I just replace it. So in the meantime, I'm going to cut this down to size. This is good for men and women, and I believe this one right here goes up to about a size 12, but I'm a size 10, so I cut it down. Now the good thing about this is it has measurements. I was a little off. This goes to 11, but it actually goes over this line. So if you're a size 12, just don't cut it. It tells you width and length. So while I'm waiting, I could slide these in. I'll show you what it looks like. You just put it right in here and press down. I'll show you the end result while we're waiting. As you see, one side's in, both sides are in. It takes less than a minute to do between the cutting and the placing in. It's very fast, very simple. And if you want to take it out, you just take it right out. It's very simple. Or if you want to take it out just to replace it, like I said, comes right out. Because these do get worn out after a while. Everything's put in. Laces, shoes are put together. This one needs a little more drying. You can see where it's a little bit darker looking as opposed to this one that's fully dry. This one still has some drying to do. But you get the gist of it, and you could see in the beginning of the video what it looked like before. I'll use this one as the example, being that it's dry, and what it looks like now. In the comments, tell me what you think. But before I leave, as I promised, price reveal. Now I told you, and I showed proof, that this ranges from about 100 all the way to 250. So if any of you guys know about places like Marshall's, Shoe Outlet, and stuff like that, I bought this at Marshall's. Look at the price tag, $49.99, about $55 with tax. And just in case anyone was interested in what I used, I started off by cleaning the sneakers with the Extreme Tire Shine. Then I put a leather protectant. I painted it using a series of these two fabric dyes. Any errors I made while it was still wet, I used some alcohol pads to wipe it off. Make sure you wipe off any excess before it dries, because after it dries it's going to be a lot more difficult, if impossible, to completely clean it. I used some masking tape, but if you have painter's tape, is even better to cover up the spots that I didn't want paint on. Although, you know, accidents still happen. That's why I said I had that alcohol pads. The toilet paper was just to wipe off the excess of the protectant and shine. I use a little disinfectant spray. This is linen disinfectant spray for the interior, along with some odor eaters pads. I use this paintbrush. Got a whole pack for $1. I used a permanent black marker. I found that the permanent furniture marker was a lot better than the permanent regular marker, because the regular permanent marker had more of a purplish undertone, and I only used it in a few spots for the edges, just so that I didn't get any on, for example, the white area. And as you can see, it all got covered up by the dye on this side where it's dry. That's why, again, I'm showing you this side, and I laced it up. Everything's nice. I thought I wouldn't like this piece, and I almost didn't buy it because of that. But once it's put on, it's like you can't even notice that. I really like the sneakers at the price. That's like giveaway. So it's a good addition to my collection. I love black. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and come back often. New videos are posted every 5 days. Thanks for watching. PRsRealm on YouTube. www.youtube.com/PRsRealm.